Today my tips are all about an area that even the most effective communicators struggle with. I have 6 go-to quick fix tools that you can grab onto to solve this problem. What is the problem I'm talking about? It is that excess energy, that nervous, anxious, anxiety-filled nerves that pour into us right before we're about to speak. If this is you and you want guaranteed workable tips as to how you can sort this out, please stick with me and I'll explain all 6. Hi, I'm Jane and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, if I could ask you to subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave in the comments a subject you would like me to make a video about, and I guarantee I'll have a good look at that. So let's jump right in. We all know that sensation. Even super communicators struggle with this, where you're about to go into an important situation, and even though you know what you're doing, somehow these weird nerves, this jittery, anxiety-filled energy seems to just bubble up in front of you. It could be before an interview, it could be before a big client pitch, a presentation, a job evaluation. We know our stuff, but somehow those nerves want to just pour into us. Now, there are many tools we can find, masses online, about how to deal with stress and anxiety. But the 6 I'm going to look here today are those quick fixes that you can just grab onto in the moment. Let's start. The first one is breathing. Now, this is a fairly known area, that how we breathe can raise our stress, lower our stress, it can raise our heart rate, lower our heart rate. It's a commonly known fact. But in the olden days, we used to think that to calm down, we needed to take big lungfuls of air. Whereas in fact, studies show that actually super energizes us. It's the long exhale that calms us down and slows our heart rate. So the first exercise, and you can do this with other people around, social setting, professional setting, no one will know you're doing it. You do a simple breathing technique that is 4, 4, 8. You breathe in for the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You hold your breath for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you exhale and try to get as close to 8 as possible, the count of 8. So we're extending the exhale. I guarantee it works almost immediately. The second one is counting, and there are 2 types of counting. The first one is to count down. Pick a random number and slowly count down, very much focusing on each number. So say you started at 72, you'd go 72, 71, 70, 69. What you're doing is distracting your mind. So instead of your mind running around in circles about how anxious you feel and why is my heart racing, you're focusing on the slow countdown. The other part of the countdown technique is to count up, but that is in sets of 3. That makes your mind work a bit harder. So pick a random number, make it even, so it's a little bit more tough for you. Go 32, then go, or wherever you want to start, 32, 35, 38, and go slowly up from that. While your mind is on that, you can introduce the breathing as well and calm down your heart rate. The next one is grounding. And this is where you're trying to create a solid, sturdy foundation. Imagine yourself like a tree in the forest. You are rooted to the spot because you feel so strong and powerful within yourself. So grounding, again, it's an entirely known technique. You can go and look up it. But again, we need that quick fix. It's no point feeling that energy rising up in front of us and then thinking, I really should have started meditating 6 months ago, right? We can't do that when we're in the moment. So what we need is we need the quick fix. Now, the grounding is easy. When you go into a meeting or when you sit behind your desk, put both feet flat on the floor. If you're at home and you're able to remove your shoes, even better. Kick them off and put your bare feet flat on the floor. So now you've got 2 points of contact. You're solid, you're sitting straight, you're not off balance, one leg's not hooked underneath you. Then we need to add in more points of contact. So you take your palms of your hand and pop them each side of your laptop on the desk top. Just put your hands there and then you can do the breathing. Now this you can do before you get on camera or when you're actually in the meeting or whatever, because people usually can't see your hands. So you can just ground yourself like that. If you are in a setting with other people and this is going to look a little bit nuts, just take your hands and place your palms gently on the top of your knees, just on the top of your thighs where your knees are. Just gently rest them there. Now we've got 4 points of contact. Immediately you'll feel yourself calming down. You're solid, you're in your space, and you know what you're doing. Guarantee it works. The 5th one is what I call purposeful fidgeting. Now, as most of you know, fidgeting is not a great thing to display because it shows people how nervous and anxious you are, and often by fidgeting you actually feed the anxiety. But the reason that we fidget when we're anxious, we tug on our clothing or we straighten something or fiddle with our hair or whatever, and we do it repetitively, is that fidgeting is actually burning off all that excess anxiety, that nervous energy. So what we do is we replace it with purposeful fidgeting. And what I recommend to clients is that they find something to hold in their hands, but it should be something that is natural to your setting. So don't go and grab a fluffy stuffed animal or something, right? You need something you would normally find at a desk or a workplace. So it could be glasses, it could be a pen, something like this. And then all you do is you hold it in your hands and you can just move it. You can just move it through your fingers and move it through your fingers, whatever you want to do. You can fiddle with it, fidget with it, burn off that energy, but you can do this where people can't see you. So if you're on camera, you can have it out of camera view. If you're at a presentation table, a boardroom table, you can keep it underneath the table and you can just keep doing it, and doing it. I guarantee that will just burn off some of that energy. Why do I say it needs to be something that you would naturally find in an office? In case you forget and you bring your hands up into view, you don't want to be holding something that's odd. Pen, glasses, anything that's natural to your surrounding, a sample, whatever it is you're working on. Have something with you can fidget with. The other part of purposeful fidgeting is where you want to fidget with something. I can't pick this up. There we go. You want to fidget with something, but you don't want people to actually see it at all. So that's when I recommend to clients they get a little coin or a little pebble, because this you can put in your pocket. So you can slide the pebble or coin into your pocket of your blazer, your jacket, your skirt, trousers, pants, whatever it is you're wearing. And if you feel an anxiety creeping up, particularly if you're standing, you can slip your dominant hand into the pocket and just move the pebble or the coin around like this. And that simple action will help you burn off some of the energy. And no one will be able to see that. That's another one that works beautifully. The last one is physical exercise. And I would say everybody knows about this. Physical exercise is the best way of literally burning off all that anxiety and excess energy that's just wants to bubble up inside you. Now, this is not practical when you're on screen or in the middle of a meeting to suddenly start doing arm raises or jumping jacks, but this is a great one right before you go into that very important speaking situation. So right before you jump on camera, not right before, a few minutes before you get on camera for that job interview or the big client pitch, or you walk through to the boardroom where you're having your evaluation, whatever it involves, find something physical to do. If you're in an office or an apartment, you can maybe walk up and down, the stairs. You can do jumping jacks. If you work from home, you can go to another room and do jumping jacks. That really works beautifully. But that, as I say, I kept it for the end because it's being in the situation. The other 5 you can use when you are physically in that situation with those people. Now, I've worked on this for years with clients, and I guarantee it works, and they have such great things to say about it. So what I would like you to do is go through, pick 1 or 2 of these, play around with them in the week ahead. See what works for you. Not all 6 will. You'll find the one that just matches your sweet spot. So play around with that. And if you're already doing one of these things, just go down to the comments and share there what your technique is, that quick fix instant tool you can grab onto when you feel the energy bubbling up inside you. Before I go, if I can again ask you to subscribe, it really helps grow the community. And if you're ready to elevate your speaking skills, you do want to be part of this group of people. Thank you again for your time, and I'll see you next week.